Hey, welcome to the Natural Way of Life. This is Alive. I hope wherever you are watching this, thank you. But I also hope this may be helpful to you in some way, because today is the new moon in Aquarius, solar eclipse. So this is a huge energy portal. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to feel. There's a lot of energy at this point. I know new moons are generally lower energy, but because of it being paired with this solar eclipse kind of gateway, it brings through a lot. So I'm going to talk about, this is predominantly what this live is about. So it's me tuning in and tapping in and talking about these energies, because I feel like that there's so much to it. I know sometimes at a full and a new moon I will do readings and things, but this one is mainly just to talk. Of course, if you watch it back, if you're live, Tanya, hey, you got my message then that I was just going to do this random. Okay, of course. My spiritual buddy is here. Yeah, she got my ping, she just knew. So yeah, I'm just, it's last minute, so I'm going to get into it because I was just like, yeah, we need to talk about this energy, guys. So let me just light my candles. I'm going to light my incense first. Oh, that wasn't very good. Hold on, let me light the candles first, then let me do the incense, because I was just like, I need... Phoenix! Please tell me you got the reminder, because this was so last minute. The fact that you guys are just in tune with me to know is great. Yeah, because this is totally last minute and not planned, but I was like, it crept upon me this afternoon, and I was like, oh, new moon, solar eclipse, this explains why I'm feeling so out of my usual self. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a minute just to ground and like do my incense clearing. Inspired, actually, Phoenix, you did tell me about this the other day. As you can see, I have been using it, so I'm just like gonna cleanse my energy, cleanse my space. Whew. And I'll show you guys just like my little setup in a moment. Okay, perfect, Phoenix got a notification. We're all on the same wavelength, okay? Yeah, that's great. So yeah, I'm just gonna cleanse my energy with this. Yeah, I'm glad you guys got the notifications, because I know there was a bit of time at one point where I don't think YouTube was doing my notifications. So I'm just going to show you guys. Whoops. I'm just going to get my little goddess shrine out just to show you. Hold on. Simple, but I always feel like, you know, when you are about to dive into energies, I always just like to have a few of my little staples. So you guys can see we've got the 2 candles, and we have the goddess with us, Mother Earth, representation of Mother Earth there. So I'm just going to take a moment just while this incense goes down, just to ground, just to bless everyone that joins us and everyone that is watching, sending you guys all the love and blessings you need at this time, because I'm going to be really open and honest. And one thing I've learned is I'm going to stop, whenever I go to speak, think or write, I'm going to stop doing it and thinking about, oh, how will other people interpret that? Or how does, you know, like, what will other people think, or how does that sound? I'm going to stop worrying about everyone else, and I'm just going to speak from my chest and exactly how it feels, okay? So guys, because it's a new moon, right, and Aquarius is air energy. It's, when I say air energy, that means it's connected with our mind, mental energy, our thoughts. Then we have it paired with this solar eclipse, okay? So it's a lot, okay? Like it's a lot of mental energy. So for anyone that is struggling already with their mental health or their mind or their thoughts, this is, you know, gonna be difficult. So that's why I'm coming on here, just to talk about that, because yeah, Phoenix, I need you as a moderator as well. I need to set you up as one. Let's blow out that negative energy, because we don't want that. Be gone. Yeah, I need to get my moderator. Do you know what's funny though with YouTube? Let me just interrupt on this, because I have my settings set to strict, right? I'm sure they're on strict. So the fact that people can just come onto the live and drop swear words, I'm surprised YouTube allows that, because what's the point in having a strict setting? Surely that YouTube, you should filter that out. I mean, we don't want that, but we'll see anyway. So we'll see. So yeah, guys, I just feel like personally it's really taking like a mental toll. Like, not everyone may relate, but I'm just going to share, because again, when these energies come up and they're intense, they're going to look different for everyone. But me personally, I just feel like mentally it's really challenging. And I made the mistake of being out in a public space and setting today. I literally nearly had like a sensory breakdown, because I could hear like loud noises. It was just loud. It was annoying. There were so many people, you know, people were, I don't know what they were doing, but it was just, there was something going on and it was loud, and I could hear a speakerphone. The streets were like filled with loads of people, and all I could feel was myself getting like this, like it was literally like affecting my energy. Then even the like shops, people were just, I just felt like I didn't feel relaxed. It didn't feel nice energy out there. Was it other people? Am I just picking up on things? I don't know, but honestly, guys, it just felt pretty vile, and that got me feeling like really annoying. And then, you know, when you have like just mean people, ooh, about myself, and even like someone nearly driving their car into me while I'm walking on the side, it's like people had this extra aggression, and I was like, what is up with people? And then it clocked me, all this energy that I was feeling so intensely. I was like, it's a solar eclipse. And I just felt myself being like way more short-tempered, way more snappy than usual, and I didn't kind of like that. But also I think that's an indication of like when you get to that point. So when I get to that point, it's because things are annoying me, and instead of like just decompressing and getting away from it, it's like sometimes you're still around certain energies that are really just not good for you. So I definitely felt like, okay, the cleanse needs to happen. So I encourage you, if you're like me and you get sensory overload, if you can't deal being around loads of people, if you can't deal with the world pretty much most of the time, just try not to go out anywhere today. But I did keep affirming to myself. I had to keep saying like, my energy's mine, no one is allowed in. Just keep protecting my energy. That's really important to do when it gets like that out there. But also now I'm like in my safe space. Now I can just like decompress, and I can prioritize like my mental well-being. And then I just had to remember as well, like it's such a powerful energy portal that I just wanted to share that with you guys as a reminder. But also, yeah, I'm going to get my pen and paper out and remember that anything we're putting our thoughts to today is really powerful, because these eclipses, it's like a gateway. So imagine you've got two doors and they're literally opening. That is what eclipse seasons are about. It's like they open new portals of energy, of waves to come through. And often what can happen is like a lot of healing comes through for us as well. So when I say the word healing, we might think, oh, but that means something good, right? But actually healing can be really quite painful. So me as a reminder just there, getting slammed with like, okay, I'm having like a bit of a bad energy. I don't even want to say bad energy, but like I'm being sensitive to it, I'm being snappy, is like a way of showing me things that needed healing in myself as well. Okay, having a little more patience, removing myself or reminding myself when certain energies are not to do things or go out, or, you know, I think I can see here Phoenix saying not going out today, Tanya saying yeah, stayed in. You guys had the right idea, because it's not good. And it's like, you know, someone called Laura, hi, welcome to the live. If you're new, I hope you're enjoying the channel, joining us for the live today on the new moon. Phoenix wrote, I saw my cat is walking better today. I think he sprained his ankle. Funny you say that, because I'm pretty sure Aquarius is ruling the calves and the ankles. So today will be great for some healing for him. So is that Little Wolf? Because I was already sending healing for Little Wolf. Is that Little Wolf, that cat, or is that one of your other cats? Yeah, you have to let me know. But I really hope his ankle will feel better. So yeah, I noticed it yesterday too, guys, because obviously the solar eclipse, the energy is coming through before the actual day. I had like a bit of an emotional, bit of a meltdown. I'm going to call it an emotional release yesterday. And I sat there and I was going through my books, and one came up about healing, and I was like, wow. And I started reading it, and there was a chapter I was drawn to on dissociation. And that really honed in for me, because dissociation is something that I do struggle with as a learned thing from, you know, childhood. So, and I was reading about it, and sometimes when you read things, although I'm more all about spiritual and energetic, I also like to kind of see another type of learning too. So like maybe the more logical or the psychological way that they were explaining it. And I was like, wow. And you know when something kind of hits you and it just brought up all this emotion. So I was having a huge cry yesterday, releasing my feelings and emotions. And I realized I've been doing a lot of like numbing behaviors where I'll spend loads of time watching something or just zoning out from, I guess, feeling. Because I feel like all I do is feel and have emotions, and it takes over. And I feel like it's ruling my life. And quite frankly, I feel like I need more joy. I need other things to do. But it's so hard when you're kind of trapped in a cycle that's really difficult. Let's have a look. Oh, please can you also send healing for the puppy? Yes, the one that got hurt by the car. Yes, for sure. That one's going on the list. Like, we literally got the candles. Woo. Got the goddess Mother Earth with us. I will put those on the list later, because yeah, I'm constantly doing the healings and things too. So with this gateway, this eclipse energy, guys, by the way, if anyone has questions, you can let us know in chat. But the solar eclipse always happens on a new moon, okay? A lunar is at a full moon. So solar, obviously it's blocked out the sun today. I don't know where anyone is, they do have sun, but here it's grey, it's been pretty blocked out. But this is a time for getting ourselves motivated energetically, because we are stepping into spring. So, you know, those things we've maybe been wanting to start, wanting to do, this is the ideal time to set the intentions for those, whether you do that mentally, through thought, through vision, you write it out, maybe you start doing things that are building up to something that you're wanting to do. But intention setting, honestly, even if you're on real low energy today, please, because this is such powerful energy, guys, for you guys to set your intentions. Yeah, even Phoenix wrote, look, it's a cold day as well, so that just shows. But guys, please, this is powerful energy, and I want you to be able to tap into it and use that and work with it. So this is the perfect time. Set your intentions, you know, whether it be for the rest of the year, the rest of the month, things you want to bring into your life. This is an amazing time for attracting that, manifesting, welcoming it in, bringing it in. And also just watch out for these shifts. As I say, there could be patterns of behavior, things that are shifting or changing within ourselves, or things coming up for us to release that we don't actually need. And as I said, it's feeling intense. So I wanted to share that to let you guys know, like, if any else of you are struggling mentally, physically, emotionally, if you feel like you're having a nervous breakdown, a mental breakdown, like, it's okay, because this energy is super intense. Like, you're not flawed. There's not anything wrong with you. You are just feeling this energy, okay? Combined with your own feels, you're feeling it on a huge level. So it's a lot. Tanya's going to be doing her intentions later. Amazing. Phoenix, I want to start embracing fairycore as a whole lifestyle. I made homemade pancakes with cinnamon, nutmeg and brown sugar. They tasted so good. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. You've just inspired me, because I've got the pancake mix, and I was going to do melted chocolate as a treat to make myself feel good. But now I want to try that with the cinnamon and nutmeg and a little bit of sugar. Ooh. Okay, Tanya, have you had pancakes? But yeah, they're so nice and warm for this cold day. I bet they sound delicious. And that's it. Just if it's a comfort day as well, we need to do that, comfort ourselves, whatever we need, something warm and nourishing, and really stay hydrated too. I'm saying this and I'm thinking my lips seem really dry, because I know I'm talking, but I feel like I probably, even though I've drank a lot of water today, I still feel like I need a lot more because the system is flushing and detoxing as well. And also just stay open, guys. If you get like ideas or change coming through in your life, just try and stay open with the change that's coming up. And know as well that if you've got anything planned, maybe you've got an event or plans, like things are going to be kind of super accelerated at this time. This can happen during eclipses. Things tend to happen a lot faster. So yeah, things can get revealed to us too, truths. Things can come up maybe we didn't know about, but something comes to light. There may be some kind of revelation about something. It is a big time of change, and I'm going to say, yeah, energetically over the last year or so, we've had a lot of eclipses coming through, like a lot of eclipse season energy. So if you look back in your own life on a personal level and look at the change, like maybe you haven't had physical change take place, but maybe you've had a lot of like mental change going on. Do you see what I mean? You might have had a big emotional changes coming through, a lot of healing for you at this time. Tanya's put, she's going to make something a bit with the kids. Perfect. Phoenix, I have Aquarius in the 5th house of hobbies. Ooh, and I've been wanting to pick up a hobby. That would be amazing. Go for it. Are you also having 5th house transits at the moment in your astrology, by the way? Because I'm going to share this, I think, in another video, but I'll touch on it now. Is I've been monitoring my transits over the last 6-7 months, and I have to say they've been really accurate. Like every time something is predicted within those transits through the houses, like it's playing out in my life. Like scarily accurate. And talking of predictions too, this month is a universal 3 month, right? So the next bit I'm going to share may be a little gross if you're like squeamish about stuff. It's a universal 3 month because February is 2, 2026 is 1. That brings us to 3. 3 is healing our solar plexus energy. Okay, the stomach area. Now that being said, this month I've been feeling it in myself, and I don't know if anyone else has, but my stomach has been playing up. Like my stomach does not feel good. I had to remind myself, and I was like, I know I haven't been eating the best recently because I've been stressed out of my normal routine, etc. But what it's actually calling us to do, because it's that focus on healing the solar plexus, what can happen is when we have these shifts, the body has to somehow like detox to reset. So if there's an imbalance in that area, so like for me, that's showing up as I do get IBS a lot anyway from like stress and emotional things. But also I see it as my system like just cleansing basically. So yeah, I've been having an upset stomach a lot, guys. Just thought I'd share that. Won't give you too much details because it's a little gross. But just as a reminder that like this is how these things work, okay? So the fact that my system is cleansing shows that there is an imbalance in that area, and it's like calling me, okay, there's something I need to focus healing on. And I do feel like it can feel like a lot because there's always something. And this is another thing in life, is like why we have to, I guess, embrace, have fun and enjoy, because there's always going to be something to heal. Like because energy is always moving and changing. You know, no one is ever all completely healed all of the time. I mean, I think that's a little impossible because look, the energy of the world is forever changing and everything in it. So, you know, we kind of ebb and flow just like the tides, you know, we go up, down, and it's a lot, guys. Okay, Tanya said that making sense because hers has been up and down. Yeah, and it's funny because I've had like conversations with people, and other people have been having like stomach problems, diarrhea, like upset stomach. So it does seem to be a bit of it seems to be, as I say, a universal theme. So okay, sorry, I had that a few days ago due to putting too much herbs in my food. See, the fact I even mentioned this, because I was a bit like, you know what I was saying to you guys at the beginning, I always overthink about anything I'm going to say, and then I worry and I panic like, oh, how are people going to, and they're going to take it the wrong. And then I still think sometimes, oh, Laura, like who freaking cares if someone likes what you say or doesn't, or you offend someone or you do or you don't. Just say what I want to say and be done with it. Those that gravitate will gravitate, those that don't won't. So I'm going to say this could be a theme over the board. Everyone's going to experience some kind of stomach thing, because I guess our systems have to find a way to cleanse and reset. Like I say, energies on earth are changing, so our systems have to constantly be detoxed, upgraded, rebooted to be able to sustain this high energy. And those, unfortunately, that can't or aren't able to keep evolving and balancing, you know, those are the kind of people that will get really ill. And yeah, a lot of people, it's tough for them. Tanya, but yes, that's what you need to do. Do you say what you like? Yeah, I need to be more like it, because it's even holding me back with my writing and stuff, because every time I go to write, I'm thinking I'm writing for an audience sometimes, and then you're worrying like how it's coming across to everyone. And I'm actually like, no, the best type of journaling or writing or anything you can do is when you think you're writing it only for yourself and no one else is going to read it. Do you know what I mean? And that's when the true expression from the heart and like your soul comes through, is when you don't feel those expectations. So sorry guys, just had to burp there. All that talk about the stomach stuff, I was like, so yeah, there's just healing taking on happening, I think, so much in our lives. So I just wanted to say that, is like, don't panic if you're getting struck down. Like I always say, we all have our strengths and we all have our challenge areas. And if you've got a 3 energy anyway, you're probably going to, at some point in your journey, that will be a bit more of a challenge area. I'm in my 3 personal year. I'm born on a 3 day. So like I experience it, I would say, quite intensely. And anyone who's like sensitive or empathetic, you guys, because it's your gut, you're really going to feel it. So just, I will say, take care of it. But it's also inspired me that I want to redo a juice cleanse, and I want to get back into like cleansing and healing my body through food. But I need to get there like mentally. Like I'm there, but I'm not fully there just yet, if that makes sense, guys. So I think I'm going to tie that in with my cycle, because now I'm like in the premenstrual, I think, yeah, my premenstrual phase. So I want to probably do that after the period stage, because then that will align better, I feel. And also it's like it plays out in your hair and your skin and your nails, you know, like in what we take in. And I was just looking at myself, and you know, the last couple of months, maybe a year or so, and I've not been feeling how I used to. I've not been feeling confident. I've not been feeling good in myself. And I feel like this last couple of years have aged me. Like life's been a bit hard, and that can happen, but I'm always going to stay true to myself and stay natural in the sense of who I am. I'm not going to change that, because every little wrinkle I get, even little grey hairs, whatever, it's all part of the journey, and it shows the journey I've been on, and I guess the good times, the hard times. So I am trying my best to stay true to myself, but it's hard. Honestly, guys, it's hard, because we're in a world as well where you constantly it's hard. We don't always feel good enough. You know, we're constantly comparing ourselves or feeling like we're not enough, or, you know, and it's a lot. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel personally like I know I'm always saying it, but like I'm always struggling, but it's just, ow, burnt my finger as I'm saying that. Jeez. But it is a lot. Let's have a look. Michelle, let's have a look what Michelle's writing. It's just in a message come up. Hi, I have felt like you have, yet only the past 3 months, gone through a mountain of healing and trying to build a new future. Ooh, okay, Michelle, thank you for sharing. Anyway, it's good to have you on the live. Yeah, it's good to have you on the live. This is why as well, guys. See this, I love what Phoenix just wrote too. Yeah, I felt like I was behind, but I'm right on time. Yes. This is why sometimes I like coming on and doing the lives, because I would actually love to sit actually with everyone and just be able to chat. Like, face to face, it would be better. But realistically, it's like, I think everyone goes through their stuff, but when you hear others, or, you know, you feel like, well, I know anyway, if I was hearing and seeing others, and when people share, it's like, you're not just, you know, others are going through things too, and then you feel a little more human. Because I'll be honest, I do live pretty isolated. Like, I don't really, out of choice, I just don't really socialize much, or I'm not that outward. Unless I know you guys, then I'm totally crazy in myself, but I don't put myself out there. I don't really do social things. And as well, like, once you're an adult, I always find like it's harder, because some people have their friends from like school or college or work, etc. But when you're an adult, it's always that, I find it's a little bit more harder to make friends, or to get to know people, or trust people. That was another thing on my healing yesterday when I had my big emotional cry. I was like, yeah, I really have a thing with like being betrayed or hurt, or trust stuff. And it's so hard to feel like you can ever trust or really be yourself again. But as Phoenix wrote here, yeah, we're not behind, we are right on time. And this is a reminder too, is, yeah, where we're at right now in our lives, we're meant to be here. What's meant for us is around us, is coming to us. You know, in the past, I think I probably shared it with you guys, but it's like, I remember this was years back. I don't know how young I was at the time. And I remember this job came up, and it was in a college, and it was like for teaching, and I felt like I was like more than qualified at the time for this particular role. I was like, oh my God, that would be amazing. It was great pay, great holidays. And then to find out I didn't get it, I was like, I was absolutely gutted. And then I think their reason was something like, you didn't have enough experience, or someone else had more. And I was like I was livid, you know, as you do. And then lo and behold, it must have been maybe like a week or two after, or definitely within a few weeks, a new job came up for me that was closer. It was more suited to me. Again, maybe the pay wasn't quite as much, but it brought me so much more freedom and flexibility. So that's just like one of those reminders of like, sometimes the universe will align us to what is right for us. And let's say if I hadn't have got that job at the time, then I wouldn't have then gone in to do my own thing. So you can see how every step or direction or door that opens leads you more and more to the path that you're meant to be on. Michelle's wrote, I'm not social anymore. Being too hurt by people. I relate. I can't be doing with people anymore. I'm happy with just my children, and my job involves talking to others. Yeah, and that's it, isn't it? It's like, it has to be what works for you and what you feel good with. Tanya put, yes, Michelle, I get that. I'm the same way. Yeah, I think a lot of us are. And I feel like a lot of people, like on my channel, or those that I connect with and stuff, we will be quite similar in that respect, because we're probably like more sensitive, or, you know, like a lot of people, we've been through stuff, and then other people that haven't, I think, been through that, or been hurt in certain ways, or, you know, had their trust broken, being violated, being betrayed, they wouldn't really get that, where you're not going to fully trust people, you don't feel safe. They may not relate with that, whereas other people that have will relate more with that. So it's just a reminder that, look, because I felt like it, that's why I love the fact that Phoenix has wrote that, because it's so true. I felt like I was almost regressing at one point. When I look back a couple of years ago, I felt like, oh my God, I felt like I did so much healing. I was in such a great place. Like, energetically, I felt so good. I had a great routine going. I felt so aligned. Like, I was living, you know, I will say, in a very small world, aka the world I create for myself, you know, not really doing much, not really going anywhere, but that I felt good in that place. And I did so much meditating, I did so much healing, like not just energetic and spiritual, but also really digging into like deep emotional stuff. And I felt like in a great place. And then it's like, this is what happens, right? And I do believe this for a lot of us. The universe kind of, you get to that point and you're like no longer that person I was from 10 years ago, healed, done so much, and then boom. And then it's like building myself up. And I remember for so long building myself up for a relationship, thinking, oh my God, I'm like getting to such a good place. Like, I did all my manifesting every moon cycle. And then I was like, someone comes along and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I feel like this could be the one, the right person. Because you do. And one of my things is sometimes I can have my rose tinted on a little, yeah? really need to learn how I do for everyone else, see it as it is. I think I've really learned that's got to be better for myself, because then little things came up, but I kept thinking, oh, you know, brush over. And then I invested so much of myself, I think, emotionally and energetically. Then when that situation didn't work out because it was very toxic, and I don't believe it was like aligning for, you know, like my highest vibrational good. And then that also brought me a lot of like pain and trauma to heal from. Now, several years on, I'm still healing from it. And it feels like you've almost gone backwards. But I guess on a soul level, like that was the work, some of the work your soul needed to do. And not to feel like I'm behind or I'm not on time, but divine timing. You know, you have to go through certain things, live rapid life experiences as we do here on earth. That helps us grow. And I guess you do get wiser from certain things that we go through. We grow through them. But it's not an easy journey. And also as well, I just want to affirm that there is no time frame on these things, guys. Like, you know, if you come out of a relationship and think, you know, some people meet someone a month or two after, I mean, great for them, but my sensitive ass, that could never happen. Like, again, never say never, but, you know, for me, it's like, okay, it's still years, several years, but I'm still healing and I still feel tender from it and like traumatized in a way. But that's probably because I am very, very sensitive, and I just, like, for some people, like, they can just bounce back and be more, but I can't. And it's like, realizing that there is no, it's the same way again if someone loses someone, there's on grief, there's no time frame. For some people, they may be okay with it in a matter of weeks and months. Others, it might affect them for the rest of their lives, and that's the beauty. We're all different. There's me chatting away. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat. Michelle put, I don't think all people are horrible, I just need inner peace, and I don't want another toxic soul to pollute the healing and peace I feel now in. Yes. Tanya's put, yes, Michelle, exactly. I just avoid people, but I'm not rude with it. Yeah, and that's true. Like, of course, you know, there are good souls and loving people out there too, but there is something sacred about being able to protect like your inner peace and knowing like when another energy is toxic to you or is not aligning or is not good for you. Having your own freedom and peace from that is actually one of the most powerful things. And like in life, that's another thing it's taught me, and I know other people have said this, it's like your freedom, your inner peace, you know, like not having to answer to anyone, not being in a toxic situation, not having to deal with someone else's emotions and energy. That's to just be able to be in your own energy is super powerful. Tanya's put, yeah, I was the same way. It took me a long time to get over things, and to be honest, I can't really say I'm over stuff. More like pushed behind the door in the back of my mind. Yeah, you know what, Tanya, I literally got chills on my left side when you said that, because it's sad, isn't it? But it's like, I wish when we grew up, I wish people would teach you, you know, how do we deal with difficult emotions? Drinking some pop there. But yeah, how do we deal with those difficult feelings and emotions that come up? Like, how do we instead of teaching us all this nonsense in school, it's like, why don't we teach people how to deal with emotions? Why don't we teach people how to deal with being hurt? And, you know, like, is it emotional, like, regulation and in dealing with trauma and things like that? Because once you get out into the real world, if you haven't learnt those skills growing up, which let's face it, vast majority of us probably haven't, how do we then as adults navigate these difficult situations? And I think a lot of mine, because I didn't necessarily have anyone to talk to, I didn't always feel like I could share things with other people through shame, through judgment, through wanting to seem perfect when I'm not, or my life isn't perfect, but wanting to keep up, you know, that feeling of like, oh, I'm okay. And it gets to a point where you get to that point and you're like, yeah, how do I deal with this? And I think that's where I dissociate a lot, or I've spent a lot of time living in my mind, not so much then and then in the physical. Let's read chat. So Phoenix has put, I've been feeling like I'm cursed. All the bad and ugly things I've been through with people from ever since I was a teenager to now makes me feel cursed. I feel like my good look is cursed. Oh, that's sad feeling. It's like, it's horrible feeling, and it does leave you feeling like that. I mean, I know you're not on a soul level, you're not cursed, but I get it does, doesn't it? You do feel like, yeah, why does all this stuff happen? Why have I had to go through all these things? Like, it makes you, honestly, yeah, I get it. Totally get that. Michelle, I'm not over my ex from 2 years ago. He really hurt me. He tried contacting me late last year and I realized I was not over him. Ooh, yes, he's a toxic, unhappy soul and not good. And not good for my highest good. Amen. I feel you on that one, yes. But do you know what as well, what's powerful is like, you're able to recognize that, because not everyone has that level of self-awareness, and you know that, but it's also knowing, isn't it? It's like the heart maybe feels one thing, but then that knowing is like, do you know what, yeah, I know that person's not for my highest good. Actually, I look back on a lot of people and I think, do you know what, I don't think they're for anyone's highest good. You know, when there's some people deep within them and you think, no, I don't know how some people could be for anyone's highest good. Like, some people I just think are no good for anybody in this world, quite frankly. Tanya's put, yes, Phoenix. Yes, Michelle. My ex/kid's dad was like that. But the best thing I ever did was lock him off for good. Yes. Yes, I'm so proud of you, Tanya, because you needed that protection from your energy, you know, for your well-being and for theirs. You needed that. Sorry if I'm getting tongue-tied, guys. I'm loving this chat, by the way. Phoenix put, I know I'm not cursed in a sense that someone did like dark magic ritual, but I feel like I'm cursed. Yes. And if there's as if their evil eye has cursed me. Okay, yeah, I totally get what you mean with that. Michelle's right, he would have come back into my life and he would have hurt me again. Yep. And it's seeing that, isn't it? It's seeing that trait, and I guarantee you this in anyone, whether they're your sibling, whether they're your mother, your father, your ex. This is a classic thing that people do, and you can always see when they haven't changed, because a situation can come up or something can happen and they haven't changed, so they're always going to deal with it and react in the same way. And people that can't take accountability, they can't take ownership, and they don't show, because people can talk a good talk sometimes, right? But it's that combination. You need someone that's aware of that and wants to change, wants to grow, wants to learn and do better. And then people that are actually able to do that, like they show you through their actions, like, hey, I can do this, or I've done this, and you know, these are the actions and steps I'm taking. But I do honestly believe, though, on a soul level, I know that a lot of people will never change in this lifetime. I think that's where it does come down to some people being like older souls, some people being, their souls just aren't that advanced or aware, because some people will just be trapped in that same cycle of behavior and patterns and hurting people. And it's like, you know, even with some exes, you could hear, whether it's 5 years, 10 years down the line, you think they're still doing the same things in the same circles, or, you know, the same patterns. Nothing changes with certain people, and does it? Tanya's wrote, I've always felt like that the odd one in my world, family, and even friend group. It's like, why does everything happen to me, no matter how nice I am or good, or the good I do? It wasn't until I stopped people. Tanya, I think she's carried on, people pleasing, that I felt like good came into my life, like I was giving all my goodness away. Yes. Definitely, Michelle. Michelle has wrote, let's hold on. He hasn't changed. He cheated on me and wanted me to meet him behind the back of the woman he cheated on me with. These men, gosh. Instead, I went and told her she was horrible, as she got involved with him when she knew he was with me. Yeah, you've done the right thing, because you see these toxic cycles, toxic people. And do you know what? Yeah, I am one of those kind of people. I call people out on it. Like, I'm not for all that, like, oh, love and light, can't say anything mean to anyone. No, I will give the full, if I'm angry, if I'm mad about something, and I always say this, I don't ever go like after anyone, but if someone does something to me and crosses me, then it's like it completely changes it. Like in that situation, been cheated on, been lied to, been betrayed, that person who's done that deserves, you know, everything that's coming towards them. So good for you for telling them. We've got someone come in here. Oh gosh, your username is kind of long. I'm just going to say the first bit. BKDK. BKDK? I think. I just came in on someone who believes the same thing as me. I'm in heaven. I'm guessing you mean our chat we're having here. You see, it's just natural flow. We're just getting into it deep, guys. This is what I like, these deep chats. And this is healing, because we are actually all sharing. You know, we're so good to have you on here if you're new to the channel anyway. As Tanya put, yeah, karma will come back. Phoenix, sometimes I feel like I curse myself too. Not in a way where I hex myself, but in a way where I block my self-growth, my own negative thinking that I repeat to myself that others planted in me. It's painful, that one, because what that is as well, like you say, you're not naturally or wanting to intend to block yourself, but it's that environment, it's that noise of others, and that can like dim and weaken your own growth and light. But it is hard. Like, how can you keep always standing up for yourself and giving yourself all this confidence if you're and then your environment and others around you are always like beating it out of you, kind of thing, so to speak. I've been there. Like, that's why I don't think I'm that confident either. It takes a long time to grow and to have confidence. I wish some people, I don't know, do they have it naturally? But you're right, it always comes down to like upbringing as well, or relationships people are in, and how things affect people. BKDK said, oh my gosh, I hope you're okay, Michelle. Tanya is welcoming. We're just giving you the short reference of your name. Sorry, because we don't know your name. We're just doing the short reference of your username. Yeah, glad that you came in at the right time. Tanya is right. Yes, Michelle, that's how I used to be. It's only the last 8 months that life has turned around for me. I used to have negative, but I realized it was the negativity around me. Exactly, the environments, the people around us, that can all influence us. Like, there's only so much we can do as one person. Like, it's impossible to keep fighting off others' energy all the time, no matter how much you might be protecting your own or trying to protect your peace and your space. You know, when you're surrounded by, I'll use the term like energy vampires and people like that just, whether they're consciously or unconsciously doing it, draining your energy, using your energy, it depletes you and leaves you with like soul depletion. And that can take like a long time to build back up that strength. Michelle put, my life is getting better. Just been really hurt a lot, as I'm an empath and really kind. Can't stand people who hurt others. No need for it. Yes. And again, see, look, another empath, sensitive person. Exactly, Michelle, because a lot of us that are like that, I believe everyone probably on here that's in the chat is saying those things. We all are, because we feel it. And often it is a thing, it's a known thing. It's like the empathetic people, right? Those kind, loving, caring souls, because they have this energy about them that is so loving and giving, it actually draws in the people that need healing. So like, it's a thing. And I got taught this like years ago when I had some of my first readings, and they read for me and they would say it, and I was always thinking like, why do I always, it's like Phoenix says, it feels like a curse, like bad luck. But what happens is, when you have a certain light or energy about you, that empath thing, you draw in these narcissistic or toxic people, or the people that need healing, because they feel better when they're around you. But then we don't feel better being around them. And it's almost like that harsh, almost lesson that, I don't know, is like, we're here to learn or something, that like not everyone deserves our light, our love, our healing. And one thing I definitely learned too was like affirming in the future is like, I do not want anybody that needs healing, like, because you're a healer, that empath ability, you don't want anyone that's going to because they'll flock to you. It's like, you know, when you put a light on and the moths just come in like this and they start flocking for the light, That's what these toxic, manipulative, nasty people are. They see that light in others and boom. It's like a cash machine with money hanging out of it. You know, like a thief, or someone is just going to go and grab it. That's what people are like for the energy. If we said it to them on energy terms like this, they may not get it, but energetically, that's what they do. Let me catch up on chat here. BKDK has said, oh no, wait, hold on, I've missed some chat. Phoenix wrote, sometimes I even feel like I curse myself by cutting my hair too short, like ancestral blessings. Oh, where's it gone? It is the antenna of our crown chakra, and I went scissor happy after cutting my hair. No, don't worry, you're not blocking your blessings with that. If anything, you've cut off some dead energy or some energy that was holding you down. Okay, see it as that, because the hair's connected with your crown, so it just means you're having a new step of faith in life. BKDK put, I cut my hair too. It feels more comfortable. Yeah, a change in the hair is always symbolic of some type of change energetically or spiritually connecting with your crown. Phoenix put, the first time I cut hair, I felt better because I cut it due to depression. Yeah, see, having that shift, that change in energy. BKDK wrote, it takes time to disobey those who put pressure on you and do what society wants you to do. Yes, but when you do, it feels like you're free. Exactly, yeah, we were talking about that, your freedom. Own energetic freedom, for sure. Michelle, yeah, everyone I have attached to were dark souls. Yeah, it's almost like it just comes with the territory of being empathetic or being a sensitive soul. It's like it just comes with that territory. Tanya put, after I was attacked, I cut all my hair off, and from there I grew. Wow, that's wow. Phoenix, every time after that, I would get impatient for my hair to grow back out, so I would cut it shorter, but now I'm unhappy with it and feel so unattractive. You are beautiful, Phoenix. Don't ever feel that way. You're beautiful. But I know, like, I can't imagine, because my hair is so long. I've been battling with this. I've been thinking, should I just cut? And I keep seeing like these kind of length hair on people, and I think it looks really nice. But then I was like, I've spent so many years in my hair, and it feels like a spiritual thing. I don't know if I could. Michelle wrote, yeah, my children are lovely light souls, yet their dad is a wounded man and he hurts everyone he touches. It's crazy, isn't it? Phoenix, my hair is so unhealthy. I don't know what to do with it anymore. Oh, exactly. Look, Tanya's put, no, Phoenix, you are beautiful. Thanks, but sometimes I don't feel it. Phoenix is right. Tanya put, mine are the same too. My children are all amazing inside and out, but their dad is a monster. It's crazy, isn't it, how it works? And then sometimes it's like, it does make you question, it really makes you question things on a deeper level, guys. Like Phoenix put, thanks. But yeah, please, Phoenix, you are stunning, you are beautiful. And I don't just say things to people ever, by the way. I'd rather like not say anything to someone. So if I say something, it is genuine. And you know what? Like, if you're feeling insecure with your hair, I would maybe take this as an opportunity to like self-care ritual, like massaging your hair, stroking your hair, talking to your hair, telling your hair what you want it to do, how you want it to grow, how you want it to feel, natural oils, anything natural on it that like kind of connects you back with nature and that connection and that loop. But also I think with it being connected with your crown, it is almost like a sign of testing your faith almost, and finding a path of faith that feels comfortable to you. Michelle put, I have been single 2 years longest. I have been since I was 17, as I don't want another dark soul messing my inner peace I have now. I have worked on my career and pentacles. Ooh, I'm feeling proud for you, Michelle. Like, I feel like you're like on this right path right now. Like you've got it sussed, you're going forward. BKDK has wrote, my dad isn't that great either. He didn't support me, but I have my sister who does. I'm so glad that you've had your sister there for you. And Phoenix has wrote, I've been single for 7 years. Damn. Do you know what though? When we're talking about like this time too of like setting intentions and things like that, I think as a general one, like going forward as well, I'm really putting it out there, like into existence, which I didn't used to do before, but it's like anyone that comes into your life, it's like I'm specifically saying like people that don't need, I think I said it, but people that don't need you for their healing, or like in the case of relationships, you don't want to be in a relationship with a person that needs healing, you know, whether that's healing unhealthy behaviors, mindsets, addictions, anything like that, because it's impossible to have like a healthy relationship with someone that needs that. Like, it's fine if you're with someone and maybe they have a health problem or whatever, but like they know how to do their own healing, or they're in control of sorting things out in their own life. But you don't want to be like someone's sole source of energy, you know. Phoenix has wrote, I've been praying for my hair while I wash it or comb it out, but I never tried talking to my hair and telling it how I want it to grow. Yeah, because your hair's part of you, so it kind of ties in when you do like that bit of energy healing too. But I would really just talk to it, like tell it your secrets. And even just at night, like doing like, you know, a simple plait or a braid, and just like talking protection into it, you know, things like that. So definitely connect with it. Where have we gone? Let me catch. Right, Tanya has put, before my man now, I was single for 10 years officially. I never wanted a man in my life. I was content with my life and my kids, but after I let go and left the negativity behind, everything just came into my life, and generally finally happy. You see, and this is what we're saying, guys. Like, I thank you all for sharing too, and thank you for that, Tanya, because it shows people, doesn't it? It's like there isn't a time frame on these things. Like, don't stress ourselves out. Like, that we have as much time as we need here to have the things that are meant for us, and things will fall into place. Phoenix has wrote, I don't like my father either. He's been trying to act normal ever since I exposed him for being an abuser, but I don't trust him. Yeah, you're definitely right. Don't trust him. I would say he's just more concerned about his outer appearance to the world. But in some ways, like, that's good. It may keep him in line a bit from causing you more harm right now. But definitely don't trust, like, not good intentions there for that one. But I'm glad you can see it now, Phoenix. I'm glad you see it, and you had that strength to expose. This is what I mean. People that cause harm and things, they do deserve exposure, and they do deserve to be called out for what they are. Tanya's put, everything just came into my life, and I read that part. Sorry, guys. Michelle, I just don't like the fact I'm so kind to everyone, yet never ever had that emotional support ever returned. Even my mom is not emotionally supportive. Yeah, it's not her fact, she just doesn't know how. Yes, others not being emotionally supportive. Yeah, I would set that even as an intention though, Michelle, as well, because like being aware of it, it's like set that intention that like anyone that is going to come into your life, or new people, they need to be supportive, they need to be emotionally supportive as well, as much as you are. It's like putting that out there, you want that same level of support back. I think it's right, my hair is so dry. You need you to get some natural oils in it, or even, do you even have like aloe vera plants natural near you? I'm thinking something like that, coconut oils, castor oils, something natural. I feel like your hair needs like a mask, some kind of hydration. Tanya Pro, I was brought up in that same environment. Phoenix, I didn't realise until I attended an abusive course and realised my family were. Michelle, my mum is the same, hun. Maybe this is why we've all been brought here. Same experience. It does, don't you think, guys? It does feel like a theme. It's crazy because I say this. Look, like I love YouTube for this. I love YouTube because no matter where people are in the world, it's like we're all here connecting energetically. Our souls are like in this like safe bubble that we're here. It's like connecting. It's magical. By the way, if anyone else is here, please feel free to join in with the chat because this is what it's all about. Phoenix, exactly. I didn't realise I was truly being abused until Larissa advised me to reach out to a shelter, and I researched the signs of abuse and my situation checked off most of the boxes. and this is the real sad thing, is like this. It really breaks my heart because, yeah, people don't realize, because you're used to it, you're going through it, like that's your norm, that's what you're having to live with, and it's not okay, and it's not right. And I'm just so proud of like you guys having that strength to discover that situation, and to realize like you shouldn't be having to live with that, tolerate that, you know. Tanya put, Phoenix, get a good leave-in conditioner, do it a few times a week. Yes, and Larissa opened my eyes too. Do you know, you both have said it there, and I feel like this is actually tied into my soul path, because I do believe I'm here to open eyes, literally, because my number is the 6. It's like you open the eyes of others and yourself. So like I definitely have my eyes opened in a lot of situations, but I do feel that's a thing. I somehow like, as you guys say it there, open people's eyes to things too. So that's it. Never underestimate, because sometimes I feel I put pressure on myself, always feeling like I need to be doing more, like I'm here to do something more. But then I have to remind myself, like every soul you come into contact with, every person you help, no matter how small or how big, like you're part of someone's journey, you're helping them in some way. And that's what I'm saying about, like, I don't go out and ever like hurt anyone or cause someone a harm or trauma or anything bad, but you're trying to help others on their paths and journeys too. So I was going to say something else, but my mind is, you know how I get already, guys, and all these different thoughts pop into my head. Okay, Phoenix has wrote, yeah, don't have aloe vera, but I was planning to apply hair masks. Yes, do that. Oh, Phoenix, you were supposed to find what message of the healing hummingbird means for me. Maybe I need that for my hair. Okay, if you want to like pause for 2 seconds, I will go find that deck of cards, because I'm so glad you reminded me, because that's another thing, guys. If I ever say I'm going to do something, by the way, and I don't, please like chase me up on it, because what happens is I have my own thoughts, the world thoughts. I have like about 1 billion trillion thoughts running through my head every day. And then suddenly it's like, I'll remember something, then I forget. And then, so yeah, please remind me on that. Michelle, I'm a counsellor, became one after having counselling after my marriage ended. Every client are speaking to me because they have been hurt and let down by others. Wow. I think we read for you before, Michelle, didn't we? Because we were talking about your numbers and you mentioned the counselling. Yeah. I did recognise you on my channel before, but that's your gift, because it sounds really cruel, but it's almost like the pain you went through, you have that empathy then to help others who are also going through that same thing. Wow. The world needs more people like you. I always say it, that, you know, you're doing these amazing things, helping people every day. We have a counsellor with us, guys. Woo! This feels great. Okay, Tanya, Phoenix, great. Thanks, Tanya. I've been planning that too. You've helped 2 souls so far. Yes. Okay. Tanya put, you kept telling me there was a man in my future. I was like, nope. I do remember this. I was like, nope, I don't want a man again. And look what happened. And even I moved to the country after you saying I will get my dream. Yeah, I see it for other people. It's hard sometimes, you can't always see it for yourself, or it's harder to see it for yourself, but I see it. And I always say to people, like, if I tell you something, I'm not just saying it, I do genuinely like see it for you guys. Tanya put, yeah, the best counsellor are the ones who've been through it. Michelle, yes, I agree. That's why I became a counsellor. Not enough people have someone. So true. Guys, grab yourselves a drink or run to the toilet, because I'm just about to run and get a deck of cards. So, because I want to find this hummingbird message, and then maybe I'll pull one for you guys as well. Or you can chat among yourselves, right? But I'm literally just gonna, yeah, let me just move this camera. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be right back. Okay? Be right back, guys. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm just gonna have a look into this card deck, but I was gonna say, Michelle, as you are a counsellor, we know you're not on the job right now, but I was gonna say, what, like, from your experience, what do you think the best types of like counselling or therapy or things are? Or what do you think people, if someone's looking for like a counsellor or a therapist, what are things do you think we should look for? Because obviously we're pretty privileged to have someone in this line of work, so if you don't mind us asking that. Phoenix Warrior, thank you, Michelle, for doing what you do. Yeah, because I bet you don't get thanked enough in your line of work. Tiny put, she's helped a lot more than two. She's helped my kids too as well. We have all come together more and are in a much better place since moving out here. Oh, that's amazing. Help more than she thinks. Yes, I agree. Sometimes I wish I kept like a log of like, I have a mental log, and you just, and also it's like, it's little things in life, like maybe someone only is in your life for like a short time. I remember years ago, actually, talking of counselling, I did like it was a group therapy thing. And you know what? I still kept these things to this day, because when we finished, however many weeks or months it was over, everyone wrote each other a little card at the end of it. You know, you could leave a message, or sometimes people left their number or whatever, but me and my social issues, I was like, don't really want to exchange numbers with you guys, but... And I look back, and some of them, there were some that were really meaningful, and they said some really kind things to me, like I really helped them or see something in themselves they hadn't seen, and they actually left me some really nice messages. But in my head at the time, I didn't even think I made a difference, or I didn't think they'd, like, my words were valid or my thoughts. But it does, it just shows you never know the impact you're going to have on people and that effect and how it can help them in their lives. Michelle put, I think you need to be able to sit with them, okay, and like their energy. Yeah, so you think it's on an energy thing then, for sure. Well, it's like everything, I guess. Yeah, I have to feel comfortable with that person. Tanya put, yes, Michelle, I've had so many over 30 years and I just haven't found someone I connect with. Right, Michelle put, you have to be able to talk openly and not feel judged by them. When I first tried having counselling myself, the first counsellor I didn't resonate with. The second one I found I did connect with. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, Phoenix, just gonna start looking through to find it. Yeah, see, I struggle. Do you know what I struggle with? I'll be honest, this is the thing, is I struggle sometimes, you know, when it's like one-on-one and then they're just like looking right at you. And then I find it really awkward. Like I feel like I don't know where to look. And then I have a thing where I get like, I'm really emotional, believe it or not. Like I'm always having breakdowns and crying and like emotional, but I actually really struggle in front of people to show that emotion sometimes. So maybe sometimes I come off a little cold or like I'm just telling a story, but it doesn't translate to the depth I feel within. And I struggle to like cry in front of them. Like when I've cried before, it's like really broke me because I didn't want them to see me looking vulnerable or weak. It's actually really difficult. So I really struggle with it. Right, I'm just looking through for this card, by the way, as well. I think it could be that one. Right, let me check through the guidebook. Still here, guys. I'm just looking for this particular card. Because Phoenix, don't forget as well that I will send you like the picture of it. Okay, I think I've got it. Let's have a look. Tanya's written, the last one I had was over the phone. Yes, and she asked if I could shut my screaming baby up. That was the so don't mean to laugh. That was the last time I spoke to her. I mean, that's not very understanding, is it? I mean, like, yeah, like what you meant to do. Jeez, talk about uncompassionate. Yeah, Tanya put, I get that, Laura. I hated that feeling weak when I cry. Yeah, I cry so much. Yeah, but it's like, it's weird because I'm always used to crying on my own or in front of someone, like if they've upset me or whatever, but it makes me, it really upsets me. Yeah, Michelle, I just like I have just like I have some clients that I feel uneasy around, then others are so open and I know they will benefit from therapy. Yes. Tanya put, that's good. And yes, it does work both ways, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it's like a mutual trust thing as well, because like I've had like some people I haven't trusted, or like you open up and tell some people stuff or you talk about stuff and then they like kind of use it against you. So I definitely have trust things with that. But Tanya also put, yeah, but I know people who go to therapy that actually don't need it. They're just liars for their gain. Yeah, yeah, it works both ways, which is annoying. Michelle put, the one I feel uneasy around are closed off themselves and they sit there saying very little as there is God up, and they are just not energetically open to talking. Yeah, God is up, sorry, that was it. She meant to write yes. Yeah, it's hard as well though, isn't it? Because it can be hard to open up to talk in general, but like, yeah, then when it can be, I feel like as well for a lot of us it can feel unnatural, because to talk about like our emotions or feelings or things we've been through, like if you haven't been raised to like talk about things, or you know, that wasn't the coping mechanisms you were taught, it's almost a weird like thing to have to learn again. So Phoenix, I believe, I'm just going to show Phoenix this card, by the way, and I think this is the one I was on about. Let me just yes, got it, Phoenix. Can you see here? Look at this. It's number 28. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correct. Phoenix, if you're listening, just let me know. It's Quente. Sweet paradox of empowering grace. So this is the one I'd mentioned to Phoenix about hummingbird. This had come up in a conversation and it just struck my memory. There was this magical card and I was like, I have to tell Phoenix about this. This is the hummingbird one. So I'll read it out, by the way. These are quite in depth, these cards. I always say these are soul cards, but I feel like as we're all having these soul deep combos, which I love, by the way, I don't like surface level, so I do love this. So I'm gonna read over this, but don't worry about like your notes and stuff. I can send you, you know, the picture of it. So yeah, when the mind says no, but the heart leaps with joy, we are ripe for transformation of empowering grace. Okay, sorry, Phoenix wants me to read the card again. Okay, this is 28, Quente. Again, I don't know if I pronounced it right. And this is the sweet paradox of empowering grace. So there's medicine even in this message that I'm going to read to you. But this is also talks about the hummingbird energy and message that's in that. So when the mind says no, but the heart leaps with joy, we are ripe for transformation of empowering grace. The sweet paradox is the more impossible the situation appears to be, the more we are supported through grace and our divine success manifests. Ooh. Swift and complete. Let the faith of the heart overcome doubt. Allow your mind to be filled with wonder at the unlimited power of the divine, and you shall bear witness to sacred manifestation. So when there is something within your heart that you know you're on this planet to accomplish, you will be given equal grace, power, talent, and ability to succeed in that mission. This is the divine promise and sacred plan for you. If a miracle is required for success, then one shall be given. Pray with courage and confidence for your rightful divine inheritance, and allow your bold heart and loving soul to believe in your beautiful, hope-filled destiny. So it's a really powerful, hopeful message with this. Now, just to give you a little more context, like the deeper side of this as well, the spiritual guidance part. So the Cuente, the sky jewel of the Andes, brings you the hummingbird, who bears the soul medicine of spiritual grace, the evolution to conquer any obstacle, and the extraordinary power of the heart. The concept of spiritual grace can be challenging to the mind. We often don't realize just how much we've been conditioned to subconsciously demand that progress in our lives be difficult. Even whilst at a conscious level, we bemoan the struggle and wish that things could be easier. We want help, but we believe that we are unworthy, or we have to earn our success completely off the back of our own efforts. Whilst the divine wants us to engage and participate in the fulfillment of our destiny, if we do not surrender our arrogance and learn how to surrender spiritually, we will never fulfill our potential. And there is a way to allow for spiritual grace so that any obstacle can be surmounted. Even the invisible ones that seem to block your progress from some unknown source. It is not a question of needing to become more powerful, but rather of your relationship to the divine. Needing to become more vitalized. Then grace can flow, creating success in the same situations that would have otherwise defeated you. When the hummingbird brings you medicine, you have a high spiritual destiny. Okay, Phoenix, listen carefully. You have a high spiritual destiny. If a miracle's needed, the universe is going to give you one. One that is going to triumph against apparently, basically inevitable odds stacked against you. The hummingbirds have the highest metabolic rate of any animal on earth, with their hearts capable of beating over 100,000 beats per minute. These remarkable little creatures have an exceptionally high need for oxygen, yet some of the species have evolved to thrive in the low oxygen, high altitude environment of the Andes Mountains, flying at over 15,000 feet above sea level in truly rarefied air. This has become possible because of a seemingly tiny genetic mutation in how oxygen is metabolized in the blood. This subtle inner evolution opened up the power of some hummingbirds to thrive quite literally in higher worlds. So the hummingbird medicine empowers the soul for success in situations that would seem most unlikely. So the medicine brings subtle adjustment within the blood or feminine life force and how it receives and processes the enlivening presence of spirit. This in turn leads to extraordinary and heightened abilities. Trust in the incredible possibilities that are birthed through the union of the sacred masculine and sacred feminine energies within you. So there is a little healing process as well, but I'm going to send you a picture of that, okay, Phoenix, because this is really deep. But I feel like to summarize, this is showing you literally how powerful the hummingbird is. Like, it went through a genetic mutation that was near, like, basically a miracle for them to survive on Earth, to be able to do what they're here to do. So Phoenix, for you, this is confirming that you need that medicine, that hummingbird, and even if literally something feels and seems impossible, it's letting you know that if it's your soul mission to be on Earth here to do this, and no matter what's going on, like, miracles and things can happen. So I'm going to send you the pictures of that because I feel like that's a really powerful message for you. And you know what, it might resonate with others too. So yeah, that was that one I wanted to give you too, Phoenix. Let me catch up with you guys in chat. Michelle's also saying, even when I was going through a divorce, I cried in front of my dad. He told me to pull myself together. I was in the depths of grief and got up and walked out of his house. Oh my God. Couldn't believe the lack of empathy or support. I know, that's shocking. That's disgusting, actually, to be treated like that. That's when I went to a counsellor. My sister had counselling too. We both needed it because our parents do not offer emotional support. It's awful. Tanya's put, yes, that's the old-fashioned don't look weak. Wow, that message kind of speaks to our whole conversation today. Michelle's also putting, yeah, totally relatable card. Oh, don't want to accidentally switch off the screen. It's right, I want a miracle for my hair. You'll get one. Like, you'll get one. Who knows, maybe you're going to bump into someone tomorrow that's like a hairdresser or something, or they've, I don't know, would you ever consider like extensions or anything like that? Or are you just going to wait and do it natural? But yeah, Michelle, like, I noticed with you mentioning too about the emotionally unsupportive parents and people in your life, I feel like you might have one of the numbers I have in my chart. It's like a karmic number 13, 4, yeah. It's like you attract emotionally unsupportive people. And the way I had it like described to me in one of my readings was that basically it's like some kind of growth for the soul, that your soul feels that and then learns in this lifetime, shit, that doesn't feel nice. Like, it's horrible to be treated like that. It's like, it's some weird way, it's like this, the soul teaching you something, which that number 13 is about. So it would, I feel like you would have that number somewhere in your chart for sure if you're experiencing those kind of ways. I feel like I don't know, guys, chat's like changing. There's like a gap between Phoenix and Tanya. I don't know if anyone else has written there, but I can't see it. Anyway, Tanya wrote, I say natural extension with weak hair won't help. That's true. Phoenix put, I've worn extensions before and during Christmas, but I want to try and wait and do it natural. Yeah. And I think the natural process will like connect you more with your natural self. I think it'll feel more magical, to be honest. Now, Tanya, would you like one of these cards, or Michelle, or anyone that's on the live? These are the Earth Warrior, my Earth Warrior Oracle cards. I feel like these ones always talk to our soul. Hold on, let me just put another light on because it's a little bit dark. It's giving us a little bit more light. Oh, okay, Tanya was deleting messages that shouldn't be. Okay, perfect. What a shame, man. We don't need that energy around here. Yeah, these are my soul cards. So I don't think I really use these like on lives and stuff because I always feel like they're just a bit too, they are a bit too deep, to be honest. Like for like kind of quick kind of messages, but I feel like with all the conversation and sharing we've been having today, guys, I feel like these will come with some soul medicine for us, which will be a nice way to kind of give ourselves some more healing from these. So I will share a little bit on them. But then if you want me to send you the healing that it advises, or the more in depth if you want to read over it, obviously I add a little bit of what I think into it, but guys, just drop me a message and I can send you a picture of the healing if you want to do that part of it too. So, okay, Michelle, I'll go to you. Let's ask for a message for Michelle's highest vibrational good. What message do we have for her highest vibrational good? Let's have a look. Michelle's highest vibrational good. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this one's interesting. Look at this. Number 2. Estanantly. Again, don't know if I pronounced those bits quite right. This is the turquoise changing woman. Ooh, let me show you the card first. You can kind of see it on there. Oh, she's definitely looking into the future. She is looking into the future with new vision here. But let's hear what medicine this card has for you, Michelle. So this is a number 2. So you're intuitive. This is speaking to your intuitive self, okay? So, I just hold that there for you to see. I am the turquoise moon mother, and I come to you now with a message of change. Ooh, there's some change coming for you, Michelle. This may be a change that you want or change that you fear, but either way, I will show you how to use this change to become stronger, wiser, and more empowered to fulfill your divine destiny. Do not fear the changes around you and within you. Trust in the timing of what is happening in your world. We were all talking about that as well today, about trusting the divine timing. So this is a really interesting message. So change is upon you. It's essential for your continued growth, and you do not need to fear it. As you allow for this change, remain steadfast in your inner spiritual connection. This gives you courage, trust, peace, and reassurance, and you will find ways to navigate the shift so that your life improves through this process. If you are thinking of making a change, you are encouraged to do so without trying to force it. Be open and do your part to the best of your ability, but also tune into your sense of divine timing. Yeah, divine timing. Asking the universe for help and allowing life to unfold according to its own rhythm of creative, loving intelligence. The blessings also that come through with this card are for nourishment and renewal of energy and new beginnings. She brings through hope and reminds us that life is constantly renewing itself around us and within us. We can always begin in that spirit of renewal. In the face of loss or deconstruction, her presence brings comfort, hope, and peace, so that rather than losing faith and giving up because we feel defeated, we have the courage to continue to fight for what matters with refreshed reserves of energy and enthusiasm. So when something is in need of repair, the Great Spirit knows how to restore it. When something needs to end, Great Spirit will show you the way to empty ourselves of the past and prepare for a new beginning. When there is lack or deprivation, the abundance and generosity of the universe shall bring fullness. We do not need to fear change, whether wanted or unwanted. We just need to trust in the good and loving workings of the universe. Wow. Also, this woman here on your card also, she is connected with conquering of monsters and the bringer of blessings also feels relevant. And that if ever when we feel under attack or lacking something that we need, that she teaches us that it is safe to rest in our unconditional faith in the divine grace. We make our efforts as wholeheartedly as we can. Yeah, so this is really about empowering you in your pursuits, and this is very interesting. But I knew that looking forward is it's like that change coming. Like, hold on, what's Michelle right here? I'm going through a new beginning. My counselling isn't as busy as I need it to be. I've got 2 interviews next week for part-time care work. Oh, wow. Oh, this is all coming at the right, as they say, that divine timing for you. Well, this is the time, this is the day for you, this portal. Set the intentions, like, what is it you want to be doing? And kind of put that out there and see if these new jobs align with you, or even in your counselling work, maybe redefine if that's still something you want to be doing. Redefining like the type of clients you want to attract, the ones that are open to the healing that you offer, the services you offer, the ones that have the money to invest in you, and don't be afraid to ask for it, but also, trusting this process. Oh, Michelle's right. I've been seeing angel numbers leading me down a new path. What angel numbers have you been seeing? I'd love to know that. Phoenix, but I want a picture of the healing for my hummingbird card, just reminding you. Yes, Phoenix, let me leave the cards out, actually, you guys, in case any of you do want me to send them. Let me get it out for you, Phoenix, because you know what? Good job you wrote that in chat, because look, I've reshuffled the cards. Oh, wait, here it is. Got it. Okay. Because then when I leave it out, when I end the live, I will know to go and send it you. Right. Tanya's making pancakes. Oh, don't get me hungry. I'm really thinking about pancakes now. Well, I have the mix in the fridge, so I'm going to make it after this anyway. And Tanya's got 4 hungry mouths to feed that all want them. Oh gosh. Well, if you have to go, Tanya, as well, please, it's fine. Oh, Phoenix, right, and I put 4 stacks of pancakes. Guys, don't. Maybe I should have just done a live of me eating pancakes. Like, oh my god. Well, Tanya, I'll pull you, if you're still listening, I'm gonna pull you your card as well and your message. I know obviously you're the queen of multitasking, but yeah, Michelle, I want to know too what angel numbers you were seeing about your new path. But that's it as well. It's like when you're in touch with yourself, like you might be having that inner calling. Maybe now you and your soul, like you're being called to put your healing elsewhere in the world. You know, maybe you're needed somewhere else or for someone else. So yeah, it's scary. Of course, the card was talking about the fears too, but seeing what you could be open to with the change and where that's going to lead you to. So I'm excited for you. You're going to have to keep us posted. Okay, well, Tanya is multitasking, so let's ask for a message for Tanya's highest vibrational good. What soul message is there for Tanya's highest vibrational good? Let's have a look. What message is there for Tanya right now? Ooh, look at this one. Okay, Tanya, you got the 10 card. Just as we were talking about new stuff, but for you, this is definitely, I feel like, connecting with your root. I don't know if you like your lower back or your legs, if they're calling you for some like more healing at this time. But this card came up for you. I'll send you pictures, obviously, guys. Of course, anyone else, if you would really love a deep soul message, you can let us know in chat. But 10, okay, KTI, guys, I can't say it. Kaitiaki. Maybe I'm not saying it right, but that sounds cute. This is the guardian of Papa Tuanuku. Ooh, but this is, to me, is like goddess, alignment. Look at this, the energy flowing down to you, around you. This is your energy field expanding and growth. But let's give you your message from here. Right, so your relationship with Mother Earth is sacred and empowering and healing. You are destined to become more spiritually intimate with her. So Tanya, you've been called to Mother Earth. I love this for you. Oh, look, Tanya put her backs have been in agony all day. And I swear I sent that in the voice note to you before the live. I just knew there's something about this was just calling me to your root chakra area. So, all right, she's your great ally, great friend, great healer. And as you dedicate yourself to her, she dedicates herself to you. So make peace and let go of past issues around being abandoned or not understood or of feeling unsupported, as those experiences no longer colour your worldview. This is crazy considering the conversation we were just having on live today. Trust that you belong here and that your connection to the Earth Goddess will support you in all ways. You are sensitive, and rightly so. Never judge your sensitivity or feel that you are overreacting. Okay, Tanya, that's really important. But also allow nature to calm and soothe you, so that you can be focused on accomplishing your soul mission. If you feel that you are on your own, when you would like some help, allow the Divine Mother to be your friend and guide, whilst trusting that at the right moment, more allies will arrive. The Earth Mother has her own sense of timing. Oof, this timing message again for us all. This is crazy synchronicity. Right, let me go back to what I was reading for you. Right. Right. And is not forgotten. You are just growing according to her wisdom and grace, and have faith in yourself and in her. This is incredible. Disconnection from the divine feminine harms humanity. in ways that eventually lead us to psychological pain and physical dis-ease. I feel like that can also be a message for us all, because I feel like everyone as a whole on the planet, well, not everyone, because a lot of communities and countries do, but I feel like we don't live enough in nature and according to nature's time and the earth. We don't spend enough time out there, and I feel like that it's right, it causes us a lot of more on our psychological problems than physical. Well, this is definitely calling you back to the nature side of things. They distort what is meant to be sacred sexuality into performance and perpetuation of emotional wounding and abuse, which drains our creative power and prevents us from being able to feel for our truths. Then we end up feeling confused, anxious, and uncertain about our future. There are signs that we need to heal and strengthen our connection to the natural world to restore our connection to the sacred feminine. And this card is your help to reconnect you to that divine feminine rather than dismiss, exploit, or use her. Loving our mother and feeling respect and reverence for her will restore our vitality and energy and help us gain a sense of well-being. You intuitively understood the need for this sort of relationship to the earth. Yeah, I know you know that. But this is obviously like it's a reminder for you. And you must remember to cultivate your connection as so to grow peace in your soul. It's part of your destiny to read the wisdom of the ancient lineages which you have evolved from those ancestors who lived in a world very different to ours, who knew how to sustain themselves in harmony with the natural world over long periods of time, and who can help us remember that life requires a sustainable relationship with the Earth Mother. Their wisdom is encoded in the natural world. Through taking the time to tune into the earth, you are the one who can read her records and share the wisdom teachings that you perceive. Honor your ability to be a devotee of the Mother Earth. Allow her and your own courage and intelligence to empower you on your path, to support you in speaking your truths, especially when they go against the grain. For this is not what creation is all about. Opening up to something new. That is deep. Oh my God. So I knew that root chakra connection, it's not just about the earth connection there for you and obviously connecting more with Mother Earth and bringing that into your life more, but it's also about your ancestors. So like connecting to that ancestral line and the gifts they can bring through to help support you in that natural way of living. So I hope that will make sense for you, Tanya, and resonates there. Hi Jody, welcome. I feel like, Jody, have you been on a live before? I feel like you have. I feel like you've been here with us before. I feel your energy has, but I don't know, maybe you're new here, I don't know. You can let us know in chat, but yeah, sure, we can get a soul card for you, Jody. Tanya's route. My words, guys, I swear I can't talk. Tanya's right. Oh wow, didn't we just talk about this? This is what I'm saying. Everything we've kind of been speaking about is like being reaffirmed, and I swear there's like 40 odd cards in there, so it's beautiful synchronicity. Tanya's put, yeah, it really does make sense. That's telling me I need to go back to growing my veg. That's literally what I was seeing for you, Tanya. Is like I see you out in the garden doing more, planting more, because you're really gifted with it. You've got a natural gift for it, so I feel like you need to make that like a way of life for you. Right, Jada was talking about astrology with us last time. Okay, I feel like I'm remembering, like I feel like, were you the one that knew like loads on astrology? And you were I think we were chatting quite a bit about it actually. If I'm thinking of the right person, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe Jodie has some other dimes of wisdom to drop on us about this Aquarius new moon and the solar eclipse. But obviously we have been talking about it for quite a long time, but you know, I'm sure if it's you, the person I'm thinking of, you did know quite a lot in your astrology. Let's have a look. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull one for you then, Jodie, okay? Okay, let's have a look. So, For Jodie's highest vibrational good. What message do you have for Jodie's highest vibrational good? Yes, see? I got a good memory, right? Even though I can't see you and I know people's usernames change, I was like, yeah, this energy, I'm remembering it. You're not just a bit, I'm sure you have a load of wisdom and knowledge, so share it with us. We want to know. I want to know, yeah, what else can you share with us about this? Maybe you don't have to, of course, but I'm just saying, like, if there is anything you can, I mean, I'd love to hear it. Okay, of course, whenever it's these topics, you guys know I love to talk about them, so. Okay, let's shuffle for Jodie. Let's have a look. And I love it when people come on a live and then they come on another live. Yeah, I love that when we get to reconnect, guys. So I'm grateful when you guys come back on another live. Right, we're shuffling for Jodie, asking for Jodie's highest good. What message have we got for Jodie? Shuffling them quite a bit, Jodie. I feel like there's a lot going on. No card is jumping out just yet. Ooh, okay. Ooh, we have one. We have a soul card for you. Look at this. You haven't seen an owl recently, have you, Jodie? This is number 40. This is the Sorceress of Light. And there is what I believe to be a beautiful owl spread out over this divine figure's head over here. And I feel like with the owls, it's like, you see here, you have two sets of eyes. It's like really using your third eye and your spirit's eyes as well to look out on things. Or have you been tuning into things a bit more? Let's see what this guided message is here for you. And I'm gonna have to blow these candles out in a minute because they're really irritating my nose. So if I start sounding really nasally, it's because I'm struggling to breathe with them. Right. Sorceress of Light. No enemy shall defeat you, not by night, nor by day, not upon the earth, nor in the soul. You are divinely protected and empowered. You shall fulfill your destiny with joy in your hearts and laughter in your belly. Play, be in nature, feel the freedom of happiness within you, even in this moment. These are your sacred powers, and with them you shall take every step upon your journey successfully, and nothing shall stop your divine destinies. This is a real calling of divine protection that's coming through for you. So ask for healing, mentoring, or assistance to support you now. This support will help you feel stronger and more empowered so as to deal with any challenge and be reassured that your spirit can handle it. There is spiritual protection for you now as you follow the guidance to explore conscious movement and creative self-expression. This can stir up old energy, releasing it from you and allowing vital presence to take hold within you. You are going through an initiation in which you will need to reassert your happiness and joy anytime it slips into the darkness of doubt, fear, or anxiety. Take time to dance, sing, drum, affirm your aliveness with joy and courage. Become spiritually bolder in the face of anything that attempts to diminish you, and have faith in the power of the divine being, the supreme power that you are watched over by love. This is a really, really strong message here, and I feel like the medicine with this card is that ability to get through any darkness or lower level consciousness that could overwhelm your sense, your sense of freedom, joy, happiness, and it's the kind of medicine that will get you through that, and it does come through with a really strong protective energy for you. Yeah, I don't know if you are feeling weighed down by something at the moment, or something that feels like almost like crushing on you, breaking you down a little bit. Oh, right, she's just right there, been feeling really heavy energetically. Okay, so this is a really powerful message. Like, two things with that is obviously you are divinely protected, okay? That's the first thing, so don't worry. And I always say that as well. Doesn't matter what you're going through in life, how low you feel, you're always still going to be divinely protected. That energy is around you. This card confirms it for you. That's what I was picking up on here, is like you're being watched over, but also, you know, like protecting your own senses, your psychic energy as well. I do feel like particularly like there could be a male energy that I feel like directing towards you, that's really quite negative. And I don't know why, but I'm also just getting the name Michael coming through. If that maybe resonates, maybe it doesn't, maybe it may be to come through. But also that you do need to step into where you can, is like bringing in that joy, fun in your life. You know, even if it's just dancing, turning on your favorite music, even if you don't feel like it, but putting that on, because that is going to create like a reaction almost in your body and your energy field. And have laughter, have fun if you've got people you can be around, because that will counteract some of that other energy you're feeling. But that's a really powerful message for you. Now I'm going to read what Jodie had wrote before. This month and next month, with all the eclipses, it's going to be chaotic. Yes, we're feeling that. But big changes ahead for sure for all of us, depending on where Aquarius is in your natal chart. Ooh, I need to find out where my Aquarius is actually. That's a good way to look at it actually. So yeah, the change I would from that is, yeah, where do we have Aquarius? Because I know I have it. Thank you for sharing that with us though, Jodie. I hope that message I just said to you, that it resonates. I'm going to look up on my chart actually right now. You guys are inspiring me. I want to just off the top of my head, I do want to see where my my one will be. Nope. Let me see. Phoenix, do you know where you're at? Do you have Aquarius? Absolutely. This solar eclipse is in my 5th, which is about fun, creativity. The card reading really resonates. Okay, perfect. I'm glad that resonates for you. Is your normal placement of Aquarius in your 5th house? Right, yeah. Phoenix said it with hers. 5th house, she has Aquarius. That's why she was feeling the need to pick up a hobby, but not sure what. Okay, I need to find out mine, because I feel like this is going to bug me otherwise. Okay, let me do it on... I'm still here, guys. I'm just multitasking to find out where Aquarius is in my charts. I should... Do you know what it is? I could look on my tablet, but then I think I will come off the live if I do it, so... see. But yeah, I feel it with this eclipse. It's that's why I want to, when I reconnect back with you guys at some point, we're going to see what's been happening. I'm going to share if any changes come up for me. I want to know for you guys too what changes may come up as well. Okay, so my Aquarius is... I probably should have my chart up before. See, I know my numerology, like, but as I said to you guys before, astrology is something, you know, have a bit on, but it's not my strongest. I know little bits. Right, so Aquarius. Okay, I think I have Aquarius in Saturn, 6th house. Do I have it anywhere else? Okay, so mine is Aquarius in my 6th house. And I know from my transits, I've got 6th house transits happening currently. I think my Sun, my Moon, my Venus, my Mars, I think they're all going through the 6th house at the moment as well, which is interesting. Yeah, Jodie put, yeah, definitely look to see where you should put your energy this year, okay? Phoenix wrote, I feel so excited to pick up hobbies again. I stopped having hobbies due to depression. Glad I feel better enough to start doing them again. Yes, because you've got incredible like creative flair and energy. Jodie wrote, will be pulled into Leo, the house you have Leo, but it has a distraction. Look to Aquarius and you'll be working the energy for your highest good. Ooh, okay. Right, Tanya put, don't have a clue about any of mine, so maybe I should look into that. Yeah, I feel like I need everyone's charts printed off, and then Jodie, maybe I'm gonna have to co-bring you on the live. It's just so Jodie can give us the astrology insights. I'll give us the numerology ones. Sorry, Jodie, I'm just signing you up here. Right, Jodie put, yeah, 6th house is day-to-day routines, work and health. Do you know what? Yeah, I do feel like that's been a thing at the moment, especially health. It's really, I'm having major health anxiety every day. Like I keep obsessing over my health. I keep worrying about any little thing, like anything on my body. I'm completely like thinking about things all the time, health related. Then I'm pressuring myself of like my diet not being good enough, eating problems, food problems. Then I'm like obsessing about the cleanses I want to do, but not quite ready yet. So totally the health thing is resonating. Work, yes, I've definitely been feeling like, what am I meant to be doing? Doubting, questioning, getting ideas for things. Yep, everyday routines. I'm questioning my everyday routines because I feel like I need better routines. So yeah, guys, this is, it's making sense. So that's 6th house thing. Then you also said about Leo, but I don't think I have Leo anywhere. I'm just looking through my chart. I can't see a Leo, so I don't believe I have a Leo currently. Yeah, I don't believe I've got Leo. Judah put, yes, absolutely. I hope that's you saying you're gonna agree to do an astrology take. Jodie also put, yeah, I get health anxiety. It's really difficult. I get it, girl. I kind of feel like it's not something I talk about because I always try and like focus on like, you know, natural health, and I know everything that is right for us, that we should be doing. But then like, again, this whole thing, I am not perfect. It's something I always battle with, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I always try and then I beat myself up when I don't do things the right way, and then I get so scared of like, oh my God, I hate food, or that I shouldn't have. And yeah, it's like a whole vicious cycle. Jada put, try to focus on the physical instead of the mental, if that makes sense. That's also been a theme of something I've been thinking I need to be doing, is getting more like physical activity. I did do yoga last night, just on my mat. I got it out and did my stretches, but I know my body is crying out for more physical. I think that's why I'm more mentally, because I'm not doing enough physically. Right, Leo will be your 12th house. It's opposite to the 6th house. Jodie, you should be doing astrology full time because you know your stuff. Again, I think I don't have a 12th house placement. I don't think I have 12th house placement. No, I'm not seeing that I have a 12th house placement. Interesting. So what, okay, if you don't mind me asking you, so what would that mean then? Because if I don't have a 12th house and I don't have a Leo, is that just an area that's not that important to me? Maybe. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I don't think I do. Judy wrote, I will have to do a mini reading for you sometime, maybe. Huh? Yes, Judy, please. Please, Jodie, please, I would absolutely love that. I would happily do your reading in exchange too, or a healing, whatever. We could discuss that, but you could email me because, or even if you do them, I would love to book one actually, because I would love to know more about astrology. And I'm sensing your energy, like you know a lot, so I would be really good to be able to connect with you, Jodie. So please drop me an email if that's something that you would actually like to do. Jodie has wrote, it's still activated even without planets. You have all houses and zodiac signs. Okay, interesting. This is what I love, because like astrology is just a whole other art and craft, isn't it? It's like, it's a whole other system and like ways of doing things. And just like with numerology, like there's layers and there's levels to it. And I would say it's something it's very deep. A lot of people just only skim the very top of the surface. Like with astrology, that's what I'd say. I have some knowledge of stuff, but I like to, like, what I do know, I like to study and check on and, you know, do my own predictions and see what I can through myself and learn through that. And then you see things for others. Jodie put, yeah, even without planets in those houses or signs. Yes, absolutely, I would love that. Okay, Jodie, please reach out. And also, I'd love to have you on another live and, like, maybe do some like sharing or readings, or not even reading, but, like, you know, like if people have questions or things like that, because I think that would be really amazing to do, because I'm like one of those, it's only if I like to work with someone's energy, or if you know what I mean, because there's a lot of people I feel like that do stuff online but aren't really like their intentions, or how to say it as well. And I feel like it's hard because on a lot of platforms people are just like, I feel like they do things, is it because they really love doing it or they want to help people? Or I feel like a lot of people, it's more just they want to do things for like money or status, or, you know. Phoenix put, Larissa, send me a picture of your birth chart again. I'll tell you what signs are in your houses. Sometimes it's tricky for beginners to read. You have to look at where the zodiac sign starts. Okay, Phoenix, I will. I have left it up on my phone, so I will know. Now, guys, I have just seen the time, and I have to feed my animals, because otherwise, I mean, they're all sleeping actually, it's really cute. But if I don't feed them, again, we're talking about routines here, that's a sick house thing. I normally always feed them by 6 o'clock, but here in the UK it's now, I think, 6:30, and I don't want them to start feeling sick. But they've been good. Normally they'd be pestering me by now for their food, so I'm gonna have to go and sort that out. So I'm gonna have to, like, love you all and leave you. But I just want to say thank you guys for coming on here this evening, totally last minute, unplanned. Sometimes they're the best ones. It's been great to connect with everyone. So just honestly, the energies, as we've said, it's crazy, it's intense. Please, no one, like, don't panic. This is just the energies unfolding. At least we have that knowledge. There's a lot. And yeah, it's just a mini one today, but I will be back again soon, guys, to chat and connect with you all. And okay, Jodie's gonna email me. Perfect, amazing, cannot wait. And you're so welcome, Jodie. You are so welcome. Phoenix put, I fed my cats their lunch. Oh yeah, and I'll be doing my healing list later as well. So yeah, guys, enjoy your pancakes if you're eating them. Thank you so much again, Tanya, for your help and moderating and keeping off the vibes that we don't want. And yeah, guys, lots of love, healings, blessings. It's been amazing energy. Thank you, universe, for connecting us all. So grateful to connect with you, beautiful souls. And I will see you guys soon. Lots of love. Bye.